whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako. Kōrero flowing out the hooker force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā ko nā whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira whakarongo pi kari mai. Hare mai, o Taringa hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody, gather up close everybody. Kani move that body, kani move that body. E te tai wiwi, e te tai wāwā, ko te tai mihi tangata tēnei, a Taringa nau mai, hoki mai, kei aku rangatira e te whānau, anei ki te punua pāho, o Taringa e whakapāho atu nei i te pokapū.
Te pokapū.
O Taringa, anei, ego nei, ea pakura, hei, te wānau Aotearoa, hei, pasi Metropolis. O Tau Mutu, welcome back. Etcha. Yeah.
Taina te kia kau te māngai pāho.
Oh, yeah.
Irirangi te motu.
Yes. Oh. Yara. I puta mai tērā wai. We don't know it. We do not practice those, honestly. Whatever comes out random, like, wairua Māori.
Wairua Māori.
Yeah. Koira.
Mahi, nanakia.
Nanakia ake nei. Koira. Engari, you know, when it's just māua, that's all you're going to get. Kare ai raka I konei ki te whakawhenua I māua. Oh, God. Hoi anō, we do have an episode in store for you. Engari, I mui te rā kia huri, ki te kiwa, ka mutu, kino te pai.
Kino te pai.
Yeah, kino te pai o tā tāua noho tai. E tai. Nō reira, arā te kiwaha. Oh, man.
It's funny hour, Hitiri. It's funny hour.
Hey, maybe that's a new thing, funny hour, but it's always funny.
It's always funny.
Yeah,
with
but even when it's serious, like, you know, we know how to pull it back.
Ai.
Hoi anō, koera te kiwaha. Kino te pai.
Kino te pai.
Kino te pai. And, you know, it's one of those kiwaha that are oxymorons, I guess.
Ai.
You got these two contradicting...
And he Māori tēnei kōrero, like, no mai rāno tēnei kōrero.
Oh, kino. Ai. Kino te tika.
Ai.
I don't know if I can use it like that.
But, you know, all you guys that say, you know, how was the movie? Man, it was bad.
Yeah.
That's all. It was bad.
Who's bad?
What have we done?
But te wātua I rangona I tēnei, it was actually, as my sister, but she used kino te reka. And I think I was about 11, 12, I was going, kino te reka? What do you mean kino te reka? You know?
Yeah, taste this. Oh, kino.
But even, it is, but even the use of kino, you know, but it's kei te kei te tangi o te reo, kei te wairua, te piki te heke, kei reira, te wairua, karangona e koe, te kiwa. Oh, man, what is going on?
What's happening, man?
Oh, so, kino te pai. I was saying kino, so really good.
Really
that was
good.
Great, fantastico.
Yeah, terribly great.
Yeah. Terribly great, terribly good.
Terribly good.
Terribly good.
Yeah.
There you go. So, kino te pai,
kino
te whānau.
Yeah.
And it's on the kiwa scale. It's at a 1.
Yeah.
It's coming at a 1. Maybe to understand it, it's a 3.
Yeah.
But to use it, you're at a 1.
Yeah.
So there you go. Kino te pai, stand alone.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be in a sentence, but you can. Oh, kino te pai. There you go. Phew. He poto he reka, kino te pai.
Kino.
Yeah. Hoi anō, e te whānau kia huri ake tātou anei ki te Once Upon a Taima.
Kia ora.
Yes, and yes, let's see what Koro and his mokopuna are talking about. Whakarongo mai.
Wā, Koro, te kiriata. Kino te pai. I love this movie. It's my favourite of all time. The Spartans. Fu Kanuitika. They are so brave. 300 of them, all staring down the mighty Persian Empire. Their last stand.
Ai moko. I like that movie too, you know.
Yeah, kei te pirangau kia tū pērā I a rātou. I want to be like them. Imagine if I was the moko of Leonidas.
E moko. Mohana koe kōrero kē tō iwi nei. Pērā kia toru rau. Did you know that we have our own version of 300?
Ai!
Ai, moko.
Ei, koro, whaki Mike. Tell me.
Okay then, moko. E ai ki te kōrero a koro Hitiri Te Paerata. It went like this. I te tau Taima warurau ono te kaumawha.
Well, what's that, koro?
The year was 1864.
You are right then, koro.
Taiwa. 6 years after Potatau Te Wherowhero was made the Māori king.
Whoa.
And, battles had been fought around Taranaki, Waikato, the East Coast, Ngāti Porou, Te Tairāwhiti, and many other places between Māori and Pākehā, ne?
Oh. Well, hea te take o ngā Pakanga. Why were they fighting, koro?
Our people were not happy with how our lands were being sold off, ne? Also, our chiefs, our rangatira, ne, were not happy that their mana was not being recognised, ne?
Yes, sounds a bit like you sometimes, eh, koro?
Yeah, me.
But nah, sorry, koro, just checking, but so how did they go?
Pērā i ngā Persians ki roto i te kiriata. Like the Persians in the movies, Pākehā had the numbers and the technology, which gave them the advantage over ngai Māori. Wow, I ai ki Ō-Rākau whakaaro.
That's the thing, koro.
Heoi, te rā toru te kaumātahi o Maihe, ne? However, on March the 31st, we of Ngāti Raukawa and our allies from Ngāti Maniapoto, Ngāti Tuwharetoa and Ngai Tūhoi, they all decided to make a pā on a farm around Ō-Rākau.
All those iwi, koro. Maniapoto, Raukawa, Tuwharetoa, Tūhoi. I got some mates from Tūhoi. Toko whia ngā tāngata, how many people?
Me pono au, tata ki te torurau.
Whoa!
Ai,
He ori te ki te torurau. 300, so it's like a Māori 300. Like tori, that's Māori 300.
ai, tika tau. You're right, Heoi anō, the plan was to build a pā in a very strong position.
Pērā ia Thermopylae.
Haunga ngā pari, ai, minus the cliffs, but yes, this would have been a good place if they had the time to fortify such a position, ne? The plan was to remain hidden, ne, kia huna, and strengthen the defences.
Wā, kino te pai, koro. So, tino koi rātou, ne, te onto it.
Ai, engari, some brash young men didn't want to sit and wait and got themselves killed at Rangiaohia. Unfortunately, this gave them away. The elders were angry, pukuriri pai i ngā kaumātua. There was much dissension and disobedience.
Yeah, but that was pretty stink too, eh, koro, what happened at Rangiaohia. You've talked about that to me too, so yeah, karoha. But I can see where this is going. Snap!
Many of the chiefs wanted to stay, and Koro Te Paerata said, "Me mate au I konei. I will fall here." Pērā ia Leonidas, ne?
So there were a couple of fealties in the ranks.
Depends on how you feel. I don't know. Maybe moko. So they settled to make the fences. However, they were soon seen by English troops who raised the alarm. Brigadier General Carey gathered more than 1,400 troops to fight the Māori, Persians, ne? They assembled to surround the Māori and tried to rush the unfinished pā.
Oh, rats!
Aye. However, Koro Te Paerata had stationed some men in the ditches, and leaning over large banks, when the Pākehā rushed the pā, they were beaten back. Pākehā tried again from different places, and once again were beaten back. After a few more attempts, they realized they were unable to directly take the pā.
Wā, ka mau te wei. Our tupuna are like the Spartans. Did they keep doing that until they won?
E kao.
Oh,
Unfortunately, moko, the Pākehā changed tactics and surrounded the pā, cutting off supplies, and most importantly,
their escape. Oh, no.
ai moko, ai. E tō koi hoki. 3 days went on, but with no kai or water. The Pākehā were digging a trench and edging towards the pā. Every now and again, shots would be fired out on the pā, but our people would not lie down. They returned fire and managed to kill or wound many of their forces. Our people would not give up. Running low on ammunition, they resorted to using peach stones or plugs of wood.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, not the no kai thing, but the Māori ingenuity, like in Pirates of the Caribbean, where they loaded the cannons with random things. But just peach pips.
Sure. Even though they were fighting hard, our people were suffering from hunger and thirst. They resorted to eating raw potatoes to quench their thirst. Even so, they fought on, reciting, "Me mate te tangata, me mate mo te whenua. A warrior's death is to die for the land."
They really were fearless koro, and te whenua, you're always going to land meetings and telling me how important it is, our whenua is to us, koro.
Ai, koia moko koia. On the third day, the Pākehā were close enough to the pā to throw grenades.
Grenades,
Some exploded in the pā, killing or maiming our people. Some were quickly picked up and thrown back, even though there were around 300 of our people. We didn't sustain many casualties, ne? But it was looking bleak.
Oh man, because they were running low on supplies, ne koro.
Ai, koina. Poi, the general sent a Major William Gilbert Mayor to talk to the Māori, ne? He said that if they continued fighting, they would all die. For 30 minutes, he tried to negotiate. But the chiefs, your rangatira, said they would rather die. Mayor then said, "E pai ana tērā mō koutou katoa. Engari, kāore pai kia mate ai ngā wahine me ngā tamariki. Tukuna mai era. That is well for you men, but it is not right that the women and the children should die. Send them out to us." Suddenly, our kuia, Ahu mai te Paerata, stood strong and proud and called out, "Ki te mate ngā tāne, me mate ngā wahine, me ngā tamariki. If the men are to die, the women and children will die also." And that put an end to the negotiations.
Our nanny did that. Oh, my stood tall, like Leonidas. Ahu Midas!
Oh, eh. Soon afterward, our people decided to make a last-ditch effort. Taking the Pākehā by surprise was such a bold move, they broke through the pā and fired on the Pākehā on their way out. It was still a huge fight, with many losing their lives, including Te Paerata and Hitiri's brother, Honeteri. From his family, only himself and your nanny Ahumai survived, but not unscathed. She suffered terrible wounds. She was shot in the right side, the bullet going through her body and coming out on her left side. She was shot through the right shoulder and the bullet went out of her back. She was also hit in the wrist, hand and arm.
The real battle scars.
Aye. tika taumoko. The truth is, they were not expecting to live, and in fact, little under half of the 300 survived, ne? Even though the Battle of Ō-Rākau was noted as a loss for Māori, the bravery is unmistakable.
Tika koro.
Aye. Our tupuna fought hard, and you are the direct descendant of Ahumai Te Paerata. Her words stirred a fire in her people, enough to decide to break out and put it all on the line.
They may take our lives, but they will never take our freedom!
Nau tēnā whakatauaki. Is that your proverb?
Kaukoro, nā matua wirimu warahe te whakatauki. William Wallace!
Oh, we moko. O te maka. Ai, you are a kotimana though.
Yeah, we got some of that whakapapa too, koro. But anyway, what happened to Nani Ahuma after that? Did she do anything else?
Paia. She recovered a little in Taupo. Hoi, I hunukui e ki tētahi pā ki Oruanui. A year later, she was at the pā at Oruanui. Ahumai placed her at the feet of a Pākehā naval officer about to be killed by her iwi. She put aside her own feelings of hurt, anger and pain that she may have had and risked the wrath of her iwi to save this man's life.
Kino te pai. I can't believe she did that after all of that. I am the mokopuna of Ahumai Te Paerata, heroine of Ō-Rākau.
Tino mohio te Rākaua.
Ai.
Yeah.
Ai.
His mokopuna wasn't too bad
Kino
either.
te pai tana mōhio.
Āna.
Yeah.
Ka pai, nō reira kuira tērā e te iwi. Ka mutu e puta nei tērā kōrero e pāna. Ka mutu me kia mohio mai koutou. We must acknowledge the writer too.
Ai.
I want to.
Ai, absolutely.
And his name is Tainui, not Stevens.
Ai, mihi ana kia ngahiriwa rauhina.
Yeah,
tuhine. Ai.
Kia ora.
Ka mutu ko Tainui tūki waho te kaiwhaka tika, te kai tātari.
Kia ora, right.
Nere, mihi ana kia kōrua o kōrua.
Tēnā rau atu kōrua.
O kōrua ringa rau.
Tika. And as I said in the other episode, there are no coincidences. So,
Absolutely.
I kōwhiriti ai tēnei, because we had to do our Once Upon a Taima. And at the time when we made the decision, I wasn't even thinking that I te rā ka puta mai, and it's this day that it's coming out.
This very day.
Ko te pūtake o te riri.
Ai.
28th of October is a national commemoration day where we commemorate the New Zealand land wars.
Ho!
And I tēnei rā, those national commemorations, and everybody has their own way of how they do a day of remembrance. Previously, we've been to Rua Pika Pika,
Right.
Taranaki, and you know that bloody Mateuru threw a bit of a spanner in the works the past couple of years. And usually it would go for 3 days, but we scaled it back. But nonetheless, ko te menui e tū tonu ana te rā.
Ai.
And this year it's at Ō-Rākau.
Kia ora.
So tēnā rau atu tātou katoa, e ngā iwi katoa o Aotearoa o te waipou namu. Being a little bit of a korori there.
Yeah.
E whakamahara nei I ngā iwi o tira I ngā Pākehā I te katoa
Ai.
I hingai I roto I e rā pakanga, because the New Zealand wars are a huge part of our history, and if I can quote Shane Teruki, carved our nation in blood.
Ai, kia ora.
Ka pai. So, there's no two ways about it. He wahanga nui tō ngā riri whenua, and I use riri whenua, you'll hear that. You'll hear ngā pakanga o Aotearoa, or ngā pakanga o New Tireni. And anei e whakamaharatia nei tēnei rā, te rua te kaumā waru o Oke Topa.
Ai.
And secondly, but actually, rangatira hoki, I don't even use hoki, engari kia moia mai koutou, we chose the 28th of October because that was also the date that I hanati ai te wakaputanga o New Tirene. So it's also the date that Whakaputanga was signed, Declaration of Independence. Why do you think we chose that date?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking myself. Was it?
Because there was a bit of, deliberation.
Yeah, of course there was.
Particularly from or huanga relations from the north.
Yeah.
But when we got some of them to see the reason why, we thought that the 28th that it was a broken contract. But there's been some worry that one gets lost in the other.
Yep.
But it has come up in the karanga, in the whai kōrero, and in the gatherings that it's also a day of remembrance for the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Well, yeah, it's survived through the commemorations. Yes.
Yeah, so that's sort of the koina te whakaaro.
Yeah.
Kare tonu e tai I whakai mai. Kia noho mai ko tētai, kai te maharau ki te hui. I tū, e whia o e rima tau ko atu rānei. We had a hui in Tāmaki. And I remember what our rangatira wha Ngāti awa he mana said from Te Pahipoto. He said, kimi hia he rā puhi.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, that's very clever.
Very clever.
Whakaaro Māori. So he said, find a Virgin Day.
Virgin Day, yeah.
Meaning a day that hasn't got anything else on it. And engari kare mātau I tohu I tētai rā. Wow, I wasn't at the hui. And I'm not washing my hands of it. But engari kare I reira I te hui I whakataungi ai e rātau kia noho mai ko te rua te kaumāwaru. Hei rā, whakamahara I ngā riri whenua. Yeah, I ngā New Zealand land wars. So, yeah. All sorts of whakaaro. Lape hoa. Mohi o koe, ko hau tētahi. Ko tāua. I roto koe I tō tātou kapa. And for a long while, actually since I was a boy. And, interestingly, it was Taku Pāpā Pākehā, who we stopped at a battle site between Taupo and Nepia. And, I thought all these English soldiers were going to come out. And Dad was telling me about this particular battle. And we stopped at Rangiriri. And Dad, my father, was big on history and big on New Zealand history. History of Aotearoa in general. Kare wehenga ki Taku Pāpā. And I'm starting to see some of how my dad was pretty funky.
Yeah.
Engari iau e tamariki ana, pēnei te mokopuna nei. I had that I roto I taku puku. And that went into my thinking and, of course, my compositions, of which some of them, those compositions were about those battles, in particular Ō-Rākau, and also the fight that we put up, and I guess we put the support behind the petition to have a National Day of Remembrance. And we had Homai Te Rā.
Homai Te Rā, koia hoki,
Yeah, and then we got it, and then I was like, now what? I can write about other things. So, Anete was a bit of a long intro into our, not a waiata, but haka o te wiki. Anei te haka, Ō-Rākau, whakarongo mai.
Te totoe, te hori, te pēneti, te pūrepo, te minirai whara, te tūpara, te ngutu pārera. Ngā Rākau kōhurua te Pākehā e tagato nei. Tahi rauriwa te kaumātoru tau I mua, ka taimo I te muro te ahi ki au. Ki oku henua, ki oku tūpuna, ki oku kāinga. Kia rau maharatanga noa ke ahau, ko te wātonu tēnei, I kōkiri mai ai te Pakanga. Mere, rangiriri, pate rangi, rangi au whia, Ō-Rākau, ia, ha ha! Ko tahi mana, e warurau, e ono te kauma, wha te tau, I pakaru ai te rai, ōriri ki a hau ki Ō-Rākau, hau e tau kiri e! Ki hoi vai te kawa Ngā Rākau matarua, wa te matauenga, te patu ki te Whānau. Ko te pūru! Ko te pūru koa! Whakatonga ki runga, whakatonga ki raro. Te kotahi atu hai, hekata te pō. Ngaua ki o pākeregere. Whakatete, whakatete. Kei tamangi a te tū wata wata. Whakatete, whakatete. Ngau, ngau ana ki runga. Ngau, ngau ana ki raro. Ue, ue a te whare o te nguha. Rua ta niha. Ue ka horo te pā, ka horo te pā. Aha kara I hinga te Ō-Rākau. Ka tūtonu hei pākairiri. Ue kore hinga. Toku mana motu hake Māori. Ue kore hinga. Toku ranga tira tanga Māori. Kare mai anō ngā kupu māku. Ma te au hou. Ka whawhai tonua hau kia koe. He kāwanatanga. Ka whawhai tonua hau kia koe. He ka ki wheo. Kia ke ai ki te kōrero. Ka whawhai tonu mātou. Mō ake, ake, ake hei.
Me whakarongo pi kari kari.
Yeah. With the link thumbs. Yeah. Man, it is one of my, I just like a good haka taparahi, and it was, yep, that's a great haka.
Tēnā koe. E nai mihi ana I ki tō tāua kapa. E kei te orotonu.
Kei te
Ko
orotonu.
kare te haka I tēnei wā. So, koira te haka, Ō-Rākau, nāku I tito, engari nā te kapa o mō tai tangata rau I haka. We first did it back in 2006, and then we did it again.
Did it again.
It was so good, we did it again in 2014.
Well, you couldn't, it's a kaupapa that's timeless,
Yeah.
And it's a great way to express a kaupapa, something like that, yeah.
And, just a little bit in closing, tērā kōrero, it was very skillful how that Once Upon a Time was written.
Aye.
If I don't say so myself.
Absolutely.
Engari, nā Hitiri Te Paerata tērā kōrero,
Aye.
and it's taken from his account.
Aye.
And you can find that on Google. Google Hitiri Te Paerata Ō-Rākau, and it'll come up. And that was one perspective of the Battle of Ō-Rākau.
Koia. Aye.
So, ara e tahi atu o ngai iwi reira. And even tana taha Ngāti Raukawa, because he was also acknowledged as Ngāti Tūwharetoa side
Aye.
as well. And of course, we have other accounts from our Ngāti Maniapoto side, and Tūhoi, me ngā hoia Pākehā
Aye.
o te wāra. Hoi anō. Tēnei te mihi ake I runga I te rā whakamahara I ngā pakanga o Aotearoa, me ki ngā riri whenua e whakamahara nei a rātou, e kore rātātou e wareware ki a rātou,
Aye.
me te mōhio ai, ko te kōrero I mate rātou, I mate mo te whenua, I roto I te whakaaro, e tuku ana rātou, I tō rātou katoa hei oranga mō nāia nei, mō enei whakatupuranga.
Kia ora.
Nō reira, ka nui tērā e te iwi? Ka nui tērā ne? Tai?
Ka nui tērā.
Oe no, e mihi ake ana nohoro mai rā koutou I ngā tauwhirotanga te mana atua. Hei ko nā mai rā.
Hei ko nā mai rā.
Me whakarongo pi kari kari. Gather up close everybody, buddy. Taringa, taringa, taringa. Yeah, tahuri mai ki o. Whakarongo ki te tangi a te kori mako. Kōrero flowing at the hook of force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds. Kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā ko nā whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira hira. Whakarongo pi kari kari mai. Hare hare mai, o Taringa hare hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody. Gather up close everybody. Kani kani move that body. Kani kani move that body.
Taringa, he mea tuku nā te wānanga o Aotearoa, ā, nā te māngai pāho me irirangi te motu I tautoko. To listen to more episodes, search for us on your podcast app and subscribe, or follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Taringa, whakarongo mai.